The entrepreneurial process represents the progression entrepreneurs follow as they identify a possible opportunity, evaluate that opportunity to see whether it has potential, and, if so, develop entrepreneurial strategies that will enable the opportunity to be exploited. After this, the entrepreneur can then pursue the necessary resources required to operationalize the business. The process is an iterative one and continues throughout the life cycle of the business. We're going to unpack the entrepreneurial process to illustrate and better understand the elements that underpin the driving forces behind the process. There are different frameworks for comprehending entrepreneurship and the workings of it. In this course, we borrow from the late Geoffrey Timmons, who developed a simple framework for understanding the entrepreneurial process. The Timmons framework is based around three driving forces: the opportunity, the entrepreneur and the entrepreneurial team, and the resources required to take advantage of the opportunity. Now, the better the fit amongst these three forces, the more likely a business will perform. Entrepreneurs' knowledge and perceptions change over time, and nascent entrepreneurs with minimal experience may cycle through the various stages several times to achieve the best fit. Serial entrepreneurs, on the other hand, tend to use heuristics, their gut instinct, developed over time from patterns and trends experience, to guide them through the various stages of the entrepreneurial process more quickly than others. The three forces of the entrepreneurial process do not operate in a vacuum. They exist in an environment characterized by dynamism, change, uncertainty, chaos, missing information, imperfect information, and asymmetries of information. So entrepreneurship can be thought of as a dynamic process, characterized by the interplay among the three main components that drive the entrepreneurial process, as reflected in the Timmons framework. In this course, we'll explore those three main components of the Timmons framework: the opportunity, the entrepreneurial team, and resourcing. We acknowledge that opportunity is in the eye of the beholder. What may be an opportunity for one person may not be so for others. For example, the level of risk adversity differs amongst people, and this will have an impact upon whether a particular situation is perceived as an opportunity or not. However, putting risk adversity levels aside, there are a range of common attributes that underpin all opportunities, and this is what we will focus on in this course. In addition, we discuss the importance of the entrepreneurial team in exploiting particular opportunities. A venture is typically only as good as a team that will execute the opportunity. If the new venture gets into difficulties, a more capable entrepreneurial team will recognize the signs earlier and develop necessary strategies to adjust or pivot the direction of the company toward a more achievable goal. Simply having a good product does not ensure success. If the team is a good match for the opportunity, and the opportunity is exceptional, then there's more likelihood that the resources necessary to develop the venture will flow. An important aspect that successful entrepreneurs understand is that, with the exception of cash, you do not necessarily need to own the necessary resources for developing your venture. What's more important is to be able to control these resources. To clarify this, we can use the example of a delivery vehicle for a business. Rather than buy this resource at a considerable outlay of cash, there are a number of other options available that will have less impact on the venture's cash flow. For example, to lease the vehicle or to gauge whether it would be feasible to outsource this factor. In addition, where possible, successful entrepreneurs try to use other people's resources, OPR, rather than use their own. This can have the result of lowering the break-even point for the venture and provides greater flexibility if the venture begins to stall, since these resources can be more easily jettisoned. So let's close off this video with a quick summary. The Timmons framework provides insights into the entrepreneurial process and the driving forces that underpin this process. The better the fit between the opportunity, the entrepreneur and the team, and the resources required, the more likely your business will have a greater chance of success. But it's not merely about pulling these three components together, but how strategically you do this. We'll provide greater insights to the underlying characteristics of exceptional opportunities, exceptional entrepreneurial teams, and the sorts of resource-related considerations that need to be made as we progress through the course.